Hello everybody, welcome on in for some Sunday Rookie to Rorty. Hope you're doing well out there. G'day, and today we've got lots of games that should be winning. So let's hope there's lots of green dots and we can maybe, just maybe, get towards the top of both the tables of the competitions that we are in. Champions League, start off with 0-0 draw away at Inter, a game that we probably should have got a result in, but they were the pre-competition favourites, so it's not as bad a result as it looks. Vasiev, Aguilera are not quite on their game there, so and some always quite a few of our attackers not quite their best, and it cost us there, which was a shame. Couldn't quite get through that five at the back. The likes of Vardiol did have a good game. That was our Champions League opener. We've got some nicer games today. We actually start off with Red Bull Salzburg, and we've got Benfica. I don't think we'll get to Bayern. That could be a tasty little one on Wednesday. That could be real time, because we might get Arsenal in as well. So want to be picking up some points today, especially because both these games are at home. And in LaLiga, we've also got quite a few nice games. We did drop points to Real Sociedad yesterday, a 93rd minute equaliser that was entirely undeserved. Yeah, still stinging about that one, because earlier in the stream we bet Barca 4-0 to bounce back from the Real Madrid defeat a couple of streams ago. And if we did hold on for that win over Real Sociedad, we would be top of the league at the moment. We're behind Real Madrid because they beat us. Our goal differential is the best in the league by far. Almeria are actually on top after a 1-0 win over Levante. So we'll hopefully get our way up towards the top during the course of today's stream. But you see that goal differential is really good. Let's just hopefully build on that and get over Real Madrid. Barca do have a game in hand, so worth keeping in mind. But they've already lost 2 games to both us and Real Madrid. Imagine the big three will get clear at some stage. But yeah, annoying result there against Real Sociedad, even though they were second at the time, because they definitely didn't deserve that point. But hope you're all doing well. Our Fantasy FM is actually going. We're doing it over the course of a season. I'm the only one in it at the moment, but if you want to get involved, Fantasy FM. If enough people get involved, I'll probably do a prize of some sort, but we'll see how things go. So you can just join that in between games at any time, and obviously the earlier you get in, the more chance you've got of picking something up. But we're just making our way towards this first game of today's stream, which is the one where we take on Red Bull Salzburg, who currently are second in the Admiral Bundesliga behind Wolfsburg, albeit with a game in hand. So given that, it's a game where it's quite tempting to actually rotate a little bit here. Although we do have a big gap after Celta Vigo that we're going to have to make our way through too. So yeah, we'll see how things go. But coming to this off the back of a 3-0 win over Racing de Santander, newly promoted. The former JDT manager actually was in charge of those guys, which was nice to get something over him, because back when we were at Manjung, that didn't happen too often. He was winning everything. Now he knows how I felt all those years when we were starting off our career. Now that we're in our 12th season of the save, Champions League holders, staff number update, that's got me concerned. That would not be a great way to start today, is the under-19s also some... how have they not won that? Is there a problem at this club at the moment? Because, geez, just knows Moana being this Landers. Oh, my days. Right, staff numbers. Under-19s. Do not care at all. So that's okay. Yeah, Manic Smirk's still awesome. And we're all good with those. So that is okay. Lindsay Neeson, Liam's... Was that Liam's son? I doubt it. It would be funny if it was. Acceptable night of Premier League football overnight, I think I'd say. Liverpool winning. The only team that really let us down was Wolves, because that would have been great. I was disappointed that Everton actually tried to beat West Ham, because Everton don't really have much of a chance at all of playing European football, and for some reason they wanted Spurs to not get relegated. So disappointed that they made it close against West Ham, but thankfully West Ham did win, so Spurs are still in the relegation zone, because there will be all-time hilarity, especially down this way in the A-League region after they sacked Dange. There is a bit of a vendetta against Spurs after that. It's mainly an Australian one, but I can get on board with it because I still think it was not an awesome decision. And it turns out that was definitely not a great decision over the course of this past season. That or Spurs are just trash. I'm not too sure which one it is, to be fair. As we keep going up here, the Nielsen is okay. Jeez, these might be time to try and cash in on some of these guys actually in the summer, but we'll see how it goes. We're a little bit light and behind Gigamyan now at left back in terms of good quality. We'd rather have got a good promising player there, but we got a couple of promising guys. They're just not quite first team ready, so in an interesting spot there at left back. Ericsson signing is working out okay, but maybe could have looked to improve there. We don't have any registration spots to be fair. We need to sell players. We weren't able to do a lot of that. Barca have bet PSG after they were held by Benfica on the opening match day. Barca, so that's a bit of a surprise away. Truth be told. Most of the Spanish teams haven't got off to a great start in the Champions League, but I think ours was the most respectable given our opposition based on the odds for the comp. But Red Bull Salzburg. So I've got really no idea what team I put out for this game. If we had bypass the press. Okay, we'll do that. If we had a couple of games in a row, I'd probably go rotate here. But the fact there's only one in like a 2-week break is it's quite tempting just to keep going with some guys here. I might check the medical center and risk assessment here. So pretty much everyone who's playing a bit, like if I can sort it out by that, Ericsson, so really it's just these three that I should probably rest here because they're very susceptible to injuries. So we might do that. So Ericsson, Bartel and Simoes might just give a rest to here. Their fatigues a bit on the high side. In fact, all these guys maybe are the way to go here. You can see that fatigue, it's not great. So we might do Merck, Gigamyam, and the Genie as well. So we are going to rotate a little bit for this game. But it's hopefully a game we can get away with it. So if Merck comes out, I suppose it's Calvo. If I go back a screen, that's going to work. Yes. To be fair, Simoes is very high susceptibility as well. So we'll get Ondo in for him, even though he's not apparently super fatigued. So the entire midfield's getting switched up here. We'll go with Abubakar right back and Lenilson at left back. We can probably go as well with Molina on the bench. Let me just get rid of the C team players here. He is on the bench. That's all right. And if I go back again, Aguilera is the other one, and Luray. So Aguilera, let's give Gomez a run, and I'll give Lazola a start, even though he does kind of give me the heebie-jeebies, like we were in that Real Sociedad game late. But we'll go with this for the first game today. So a little bit of a risk, but we've got to rest our guys at some stage. This is hopefully a good game to do it at home in the Champions League. So let's see how we get on here. As we do a quick save, just to make sure I don't lose the couple of days have gone forward, and let's hopefully go quite well here. Was Vasily okay? Okay, he's apparently okay. Don't get the color coding here, honestly. Why he's red and low, but I spot fatigue maybe. It's a weird situation. Anyway, let's So let's go to the match. And I'll get a quick prediction going too for you guys on Twitch. We're at home. Where's the home game there? No, it's been a while since we played at home apparently. There, no. There it is. Right, so we are playing Red Bull Salzburg. Quick little prediction is live now on Twitch if you want to try and earn some ferns. Right. So we go with that team. A little bit of rotation, but hopefully we can get away with it here. At home, if we can't, then yeah, not great, but we can try and avoid injuries in a game like this. It would be quite nice. So we can just put away the FantasyFM for the moment. So we're about to crack into one. And you show why we're favourites and do not do what you did against frickin' Sociedad. I'm still livid about that. We'd be top of the table. Happy days if not for that. As we talk to Darcy from Give Me Strength. Give Me Sport. They're a very good team. Maybe. Want to play well every match. A lot of confidence. Let's go. Champions League to start things off today. Respectable start with a 0-0 draw at the competition favourites Inter. Though the fact that we were the defending champs, I'm not sure how we're $21, but anyway. Alright, let's just get rid of that and lock the fantasy going to this game. So here we go. Salzburg. Hopefully a nice comfy, every game today is hopefully going to be nice and comfy. It's a little bit, it's one of those streams. If I was doing the YouTube series like back in the day, this would probably be a stream full of games I play off camera, but we'll see how it goes. Salzburg in the red and white with no Red Bull logo, so I appreciate the UEFA might have banned that for this. That's quite nice. As we have an absolute mare from the kickoff there. But both teams with the Teemu uniforms. Especially them, it doesn't really look right, does it? A Red Bull team without a Red Bull something on their shirt. They're looking quite dangerous early though, which is a concern. Al Hassani. Oh, good foot in there from Nielsen. He was starting for us last season, so it's not going to be too bad with him coming in there. We get up to Varsev. That is a horrific ball. I know what he was trying to do there, but that's why he's a striker, not a midfielder. Because the pass is not on the money there. So I'm trying to figure out what this highlight's going to be to start off. If it's just a complete waste of time or if something's going to happen. Hoping it's maybe the waste of time, although maybe not now that we've got the ball. The Boubacar. Varsev makes a good run. In the box. Needs help. Maybe he doesn't. Oh, it's a good save there from their keeper. That's a very good save. And that's the highlight. Bit of a long one to get things underway, but encouraging-ish early. Couple of chances for us there. Not a lot off the back of that. We'll encourage, because at the moment Salzburg not doing a lot. Oh, geez, you need to get away. So I need to do some admin here, don't I? Let me do some live modding. Boomfa. There we go. Right. And still not doing a lot here, are we? It's a good time for that, if anything, because now I can sort it out while nothing was happening. Who's done that? 4 from you, Red Boots. Nielsen. Okay, maybe I need to be a little bit more concerned about the rotation than I was. But a Boubacar to Heber. A couple of promising youngsters that have come through the club. Garcia, the captain, over the top for Varsev, who I think's off. Unfortunately, classic. He's always had trouble with the offside line. And it continues. Dimitar Varsev can't stay on, so still scoreless here at home against Salzburg. And, oh, there's not a heap in that one. But he is just off. It's a bit, they need to zoom in on that one a little bit more, but probably a fair call. It did look, it's a little teeny weeny bit off. So we are still 0-0, but hopefully soon actually get a breakthrough. Because this would be a poor result if it stayed the way it is. We might have to make some changes up front the way the guys are going. Some of those ratings are very, very not good at the moment. Pablo Garcia is starting to get tired as well, so this might be a Mavambo sort of game. Or guess no breaks outright. If they make it 1-0, I will be pretty livid with the way we've been playing. And oh, that was dangerous. I think it was a deflection, not a save. But we get away with that. Their first real attack of the game there. We'll demand more because this is a little bit hairy at the moment. They've got a higher XG. We might have to bring on some big guns in the second half of this one. Because that was a pretty average first half. So what we might do, we'll get Calvo if he's not up to it. So we'll get Merck on. Garcia's a bit tired. We'll change the wingers because they're both not going great. And I might go balance instead of fully bypassing the press as well. Because the stats are a bit even as well. It's not a really good game so far, this. So let's address the team. Yeah, that. Not happy with how you're doing. Up your game. As we get into the second half of our first home game of the Champions League, there's a yellow for a Boubacar and a free kick. And he's probably going to come off anyway, but especially if they score from this, which they don't. But we might be getting a Boubacar off here on that yellow. And it's popped up. So he's stuffed his chance. We'll get Ericsson out there. But we're not looking great off the back of a okay start. Oh, geez, Boubacar hasn't even got to that before he... Oh, it's Mavambo, not a Boubacar. A lot of our players on that right-hand side do look like twins at this point. And Boubacar is still on, actually. Picks out Merck. The conductor, Aguilera and Vivasiev. They've somehow blocked that. Good scrambling defence. And we make a sub. We still see the corner. And the sub apparently hasn't even gone through yet. Must have, surely. Oh, Mavambo. Oh, they are parking the bus deluxe here, aren't they? Wormburner gets cleared. Lenilson. Aguilera. Merck. Good little play between those two. And he's offside again, Vasiev. Bro, you might have to be the last sub at the moment because you're not really going that well, are you, mate? 6.3. This is supposed to be a nice start today, but we're making hard work of it. Let's get RPM up top. But unfortunately, it's not necessarily the players that we brought in that are struggling. It's just everyone in this game. Kim's going all right. Aguilera, since coming on, is apparently doing well as well, but it's a bit of a poor performance so far. We really need to be picking up points in games like this. As Ericsson's now got a yellow. Given we've got Arsenal, Bayern later, this is sort of a... Should have... I mean, for the defending champions, should have been the banker. I might even try and just play through the press here because we've been pretty average all game here. We'll just do the opposite of what they recommended we do. And just back ourselves to be better, which we should be. So play like we normally do, and hopefully we'll get something eventually. Although that... Well, I was going to say that might be about to backfire, but thankfully keep the ball from that set piece, which I was afraid was going to be theirs when that highlight started. But Merck, RPM, nice pass back to Lazzolo, who has been okay actually, which is good to see. Now Ondo, right, come on guys, this is a chance. Ondo, RPM, there we are, finally. It was the silly assistant, that's what it was, telling us to play different to how we normally play against Red Bull Salzburg. Come on, bro. It's Red Bull Salzburg. But nice pass there, through to Ondo from Lenelson, and RPM can just sweep that past Butcher at the near post. Butcher, but Butcher's sounds more fun. And it's 1-0, and we finally take a lead, and we should really start time wasting a little bit, given that. Just to hopefully make sure we hold on here. But it's been a lot closer than I was hoping. But we will get the result. Not vintage by any stretch, but the points are the main thing. So let me just do this so I can do the stuff I need to do on the fantasy. Boomfa, happy days. Address the team. Yeah, didn't play as well as he can, but happy with the result. I think it's the right thing to say there. And I'll just bring this down to him, sort of. There we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? And yeah, should have put it to bed earlier, but it is what it is. It was a joy to behold that goal, sort of. We get a result, and 11th. Above Real Madrid, so that's good. We enjoy being above Real Madrid. Joint with Barca. It is Napoli, Chelsea, Arsenal, Premier League. Tottenham are the defending champs of that, so we beat them in the Super Cup, so we don't need to worry about any of those teams. It's just Napoli maybe who beat us in the Super Cup last year. But that was a little bit scratchy. 1.8 million, which is always appreciated. I don't know how our budget goes that bad. And Benny with the raid. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. How was the stream, Benny? If you haven't checked out Benny, make sure you do, because he is a wonderful person. It is a raid indeed, isn't it, DM Stewart? How you been doing, man? Haven't seen you for a while. I've had like 3 weeks off during the holiday. But welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. As I just sort things out there. Clean sheet. Player of the match. Right. Apply the points. Boomfa. But hopefully you're going all right, Benny. Kunoichi attack. This is a Benny. Oh, Jesus, all sorts going on. Government dogs and Dr. Katabawea. Yeah, is that the message? There's a bit going on there. But welcome in, everyone. Hope you're doing well. We just played our first game of the stream, Champions League. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just getting back into things, actually, after a holiday to South Korea a few weeks ago. So I'm doing all right. Especially after we thankfully got a win there at home over Red Bull Salzburg, because it was looking a bit hairy for a while. So we'll start with that today. Honestly, today's stream with a number of games we should be winning before we have that stretch, which could be interesting with Bayern, Arsenal, Atletico, although they're not that great in the save. But looking to pick up lots of green dots after a couple of frustrating yellows yesterday. So hopefully, it was good, man. It was really good. Yep. Always enjoy going over there. Everything's cheaper, which is nice. But yeah, it was cool. Very good trip. I need to rest our guys actually here. So the guys that did play from the first team, I need to rest before our last game, before an international break. But no, always good. Always got to enjoy the Korean fried chicken and all the other nice food they have. Tteokbokki, all that stuff. They do food well. They do food very well. So let's give these guys just 1 day of rest. And if we go back here, I want to play for a press, I think, against this sort of team. And that is the first team we usually pick, so we can just leave that as was, thankfully. So Celta Vigo up next is what we've got. They are 10th in LaLiga. Hopefully can get up where we should have been if Real Sociedad didn't burgle an equaliser against us yesterday. And on top of the table is for 3 straight La Ligas. Now, I think I had a prediction going for that previous game as well, so we better get that sorted. Hope all your Raiders are doing well. Now, while I've got you here, we are doing Fantasy FM here, so if you want to get involved, it is season long, but there's no one else playing yet. So if you want to get involved, you've got a good chance of actually being the best in behind me, and I'm probably not going to count myself in this. So if you want to get involved, that you can go pick your team and do that sort of stuff for this next game we play. We do have a 2-week gap after this, so it will slow down a little bit. But if you want to try the Fantasy FM out, this is your chance. It's like FPL, but for this one team. In both the LaLiga and the Champions League and all the cup games that we're going to play. So if you want to try that out, you can have a crack. If enough people join, I might do an end of season prize. We'll see. It might be gifted subs or something, but you can get involved. We'll see how it goes this season if we continue with it as a thing that we do here on the channel. But yeah, if you want to get involved, have a crack. Yeah, how are you doing, Benny? Still knocking off the leagues in TLS. Nice, nice. Hey, g'day, Cole. Completed. Oh, you moved to the 4th tier of Sweden. 6 leagues to win there. One of them are now a point off top in the second one. Nice. Lovely stuff, Benny. So you finally, did you ever win the what was it? The Cup in Iceland that you were struggling to win? Did you get that one in the end before you left? So I remember you were, there was one that you were getting heartbreaking. You won both. Oh, that's a good way to leave then. Salas injured. He's not important, I don't think. Or Merck is. No, not Merck. Salas. Yeah, we'll be fine without him. Just quietly. Oh, geez, we do have a few on international duty coming up. Did the treble. Lovely. There's Jake Reed. The Bogan's going to make some youth appearances for New Zealand. Love to see that. Now, Merck, 2 to 3 days. Let's just rest him then. Hopefully he'll be okay, but this is a Saturday. He's got no chance of playing, is he? So let's just adjust this. We'll get Simoes in there, Ondo there. I need a midfielder. So I need to go under 19s. Oh, hello. Undertook a big project for your girlfriend for your anniversary. Oh. 31st of May. Nice. Oh, you're putting the moves on, Benny. You're bringing out the big guns, are you, mate? Getting the brownie points in. Now, who's the best of these guys? They're all a bit tired, which is a shame. It's probably this guy that we have to bring in for this next game for Merck, so we'll do that. Lopez. You don't think she... Oh, geez, you're talking this up, mate. This better be a good one. Even I'm getting excited about this, geez. So yes, we'll do Simoes in the AP. I think that works best. Well, Ondo's apparently quite good there. Might just do the straight change then, actually, and not disrupt too much. So Ondo can play AP for this next game. Now that Merck's out for Celta Vigo. Big surprise, jeez. Which one am I using for the regen faces? It is do I have? I think I set up a command hopefully for that because I think someone's asked me before, but I'll just double check. But it's one of the new Genie ones on like FM Scout or Sorted Out SI. I just need to remember which one. It is in the YouTube description because I see you're on YouTube, so it's probably over there. But I'll just make sure it's somewhere. Oh, 11 for you. Fair enough, Benny. Oh, good man. Have a good sleep. But yeah, good. Thank you very much for the raid, man. Always greatly appreciated. And have a good was it still Saturday where you are? Have a good rest of your weekend. Yeah. I think this one does have a couple of duplicates. Right, let me just check on the, because I think I've got it over in the YouTube stream. I've probably got a command for it as well. I just can't remember what the heck it is. View my channel. Where's my stream? Where's my stream? As I don't want to listen to myself. I just want to get this information. Oh, I never put it in. What an idiot. Okay, what was it? New Gen Faces. Oh no, I'll find it for you. Because I really should have done this myself. Trying to find the one that was easiest to download. I really thought I sorted that out for some reason, but no. Okay, I'll sort it out for you. Why is it not popping up? FM Scout. I still need to do the real name fix too, actually. I've just remembered. But we're not in a transfer window anymore, so it doesn't matter so much. Right, quick save, and I'll make sure I've got this right. Add-ons, base packs. So the one I use, let me just show you my Google Chromie thing here. Yeah, it's like a bundle thing. So, boom, there we are. Right, so this is the one that I'm using at the moment. With their link, which I will just copy and put in the chat for you. That is the one I use. There is a other one with, it's the Bessie Boy one, yeah. So that's the link for it, and it gives you all the information, but that's how you install it essentially. It's a yeah, there is a bit of stuff you need to do, but it's all listed on this website, but it is just one pack. So yeah, there is one that does women's, but it's a bit more complex, so I just stick with this one at the moment, with just the men's faces. But that is the one that you do want to be using. Yeah, it should work. Touch wood. All good, man. Hopefully it does the trick for you. Right, so there we go. We'll get a prediction going for this on Twitch. Now, are we home or away? Home. Lovely. Hopefully should win this then. But for Celta Vigo, there's a chance to earn some ferns or channel points, as most people know it, but had to take the mickey out of the Olympic team a little bit. Oh, that's a bit wild. Sorry, just sorting out medical stuff. Right. And while that goes, we'll start to get our team sorted out. Okay, so Merck is definitely still out, isn't he? Yeah. So we'll get him back from training. Some Lopez comes on the bench. Ondo in the AP, but otherwise it's our best team. We've got a 2-week gap after this. Hopefully these guys are all good, especially a few guys that we did rest for that previous game in the Champions League. So hopefully get a good result here and maybe go top of the table. We need to pick up good points today and make sure that if Real Madrid or to a lesser extent Barca do slip up, we ready to pounce like a tiger. Are they? That talk does work quite well, so we will use it, I suppose. Alejandro won our last 5. Oh, it gives us confidence. I'm not really too sure if that makes much of a difference. And they're 10th. And hopefully we were a pretty good team ourselves. Right, here we go. Real Betis hosting Celta Vigo. With 2 teams playing a 4-3-3, which to be fair is quite rare. Here in Spain, most of them rock a 4-2-3-1. So, yeah. Hopefully we find a way to beat theirs. A little bit of a struggle in the Champions League. Let's hope we can do it a bit more comfortably here with a few more first teamers coming back, and albeit losing Merck is a bit of a blow. He's very good. Right, I will do that in the background and happy days. Okay. Underway here. Not much happening from the kick-off, albeit 50 seconds later. There's a highlight. We're going to win this back. No, we should have won it back nicely, but Laray's just given it straight back to them of all things. He had all the time in the world to control that, albeit Ondo. Good work from him. Good on you, Ondo. Oh, Aguilera. Can he find someone in the box? puts it in there. João Simoes, there we go. Ondo and Simoes, good work there from our midfielders today. I was a bit concerned there when Larray gave the ball back to them, but Ondo got a foot in to get that one back for us, I think, and then Aguilera gets it. Fizzes in there, Simoes. That might have even taken a slight deflection from Varsev, but someone anyway. It's gone past Saavedra, so a 1-0 lead early. Things you'll love to see here. So let's hopefully put out a good performance before the break here and boost our goal differential even more. It is better than Real Madrid's, but they beat us, so it doesn't matter at the moment. Real Madrid, if tied on points, would finish above us. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Aguilera in space. He's onside, not even a check, and it's 2-0 6 minutes in. This is better. There's more liquid football from this Real Betis outfit. This is why we're the back-to-back Spanish champions. Reigning European champions. Arguably back-to-back, but unfortunately Europa League doesn't really count. So just the one Champions League last year. This is why we're a good team when we're on our game. And to be fair, Ondo is having a very good start to life in that AP role. So I'm glad I didn't switch him and Simoes because they're both having very good games at the moment. Might have pulled the right rein there with Merck being out with the flu. But a very nice start here, hopefully. This is what I was expecting today, some nice comfy games, not what we had there against Salzburg where they frustrated us for quite a while. The table, for the moment, would go top. But I'm not sure for how long. I think there's still a few good teams left to play this match week. As Bartle gets a yellow, so probably play things safe and not bother with him in the second half. Give Habir a run. But quieting down since the hot start. Highlight though, and they do keep it. I thought Eriksson might break that up for a minute. And he does eventually. Albeit not through a lot of great work, but hey, we get away with it. Varsev, the striker, oh, he goes. Takes on the shot himself. Decent save that from Saavedra. And no corner. But one-way traffic at the moment. This one. Which is a little bit boring for you guys, but as the manager and someone who quite likes winning their FM games, I quite like this. And we've got something with a minute and a half left, which is just enough time for something to maybe happen. Might not be a complete waste of time highlight to end the first half, especially if Garcia keeps going forward the way he is. In there for Simoes, they block it. We get it back though. Bartle recycles to Garcia. Ondo blocked. And Simoes shot blocked as well. It goes out for a corner. That will be the first half though. 2-0, very good half. We'll get Bartle off on that yellow. But otherwise though, got to be pretty stoked with how this one's going. So we won't change a thing. Outside of that, we'll say we're happy. And hopefully keep that performance up in the second half. Now someone got a yellow in there. Was it us? It was Larray. We'll get him off as well. Kim's actually a bit tired too. We'll start with Lazzolo for Larray. Vidic, if we play him in 15 games this season, does get a contract extension that I don't really want to give him. So we'll try and not use him, but if Kim drops down a bit more fitness-wise, we might have to. There's Guillaume, gets that from Lazzolo, plays it back. There's Kim. Well, nearly went on an adventure, but then remembered he's tired. Here, Beer out to Aguilera, having a very good game. That's a highlight. Cheers, FM. Really need to see that. Key highlight deluxe that was. But yeah, just keep an eye on fitness here for the rest of this game. 2 stoppages, 3 subs. after we took off Kim on, Leray on the yellow. Right, now we've got some tyre. Well, it's Kim that's gone down. Yes, although he can kind of play the Abubakar. Be a bit cheeky. He'll give Abubakar a run at centre back. I'll do that for the moment and then see what else we might have to do later if we actually do need to bring on Vidic. But I really don't want to play him if I can help it this season. Only if we really, really need to. I want him to actually earn the contract, not necessarily give it to him, given his age and whatnot. I don't concede now, the guys, that we're doing these changes. Oh, good save that from Woojin. Just got a hand out in time. Okay, Aguilera drops down to a red. Anyone else gonna get tired? Yes, both our wingers. That makes it easy. Okay. So Mavumbo and Gomez will come on, the lads who were a bit average early in our previous game in the Champions League. I should have hidden that. Oh no, wait, hold on, not that. That was what I was trying to hide. But we've got a throw in. Vasev, Ondo, Simoes. Oh, there was a ball on there, but we take on the shot from outside the box. Thought we could have threaded one through there to Mavumbo, but we opted not to. But it's all right because it looks like we're still going to pick up a pretty comfy win. It's been a little bit since the opening 10 minutes, but win's a win, especially without Merck. He's probably our key player, so anytime we pick up points when he's not involved is quite good. And for now, we will go top of the table. So just let me get the stats here for fantasy reasons. And we can carry on. You good win, guys. If you kicked on, I would have given you a bit more praise there. But you know what? It was an all right one. But now we've got a couple of weeks off. So let me just sort that out in the background. How much longer? One match at a time, but we're confident. We deserve some luck. Hopefully we can hold top. Okay. Still Almeria or Real Madrid could go there above us, but we'll see. Garcia injured. Did not see that. We'll get him on rehab. And Aguilera man of the match. So, say creative best because it was only one goal. It wasn't amazing. And we don't need to rest now too, which is nice. We've got a pretty big break. It was the 20th that game. It's the 12th our next game. So Osasuna are 9th. And they should stay there because they've already played 7. Now, who have Real Madrid got out of curiosity? They've got Santander. They're gonna go back above us. Almeria have got Bilbao away. That's okay. Hopefully they might stay behind us. But yeah, unfortunately, because that one loss was against Madrid, even though our goal differential's 9 better, we will still stay below them, which is a shame. But we'll apply those points. Unlock the fantasy. So there's another 2 weeks now if you want to get involved in that till our next game in game itself. Top goal scorers this season, it's Garcia and Merck with 3 each. Okay, interesting. At least since the first couple of games before the start. Okie dokie. It'll be a big break now, so we'll see what goes on here. Probably not a lot, but we're outside the transfer window. Just need to make sure our guys hopefully don't get injured on international duty. Staff number update. I don't know if I want to see too many more emails like this. I already had one of those today. Thankfully, it was the under-19s, but I always get concerned when that pops up. We're already operating over our staff number limit. Thanks to the earlier last season, after we just signed a bunch of people to contracts. Right, outstanding Aguilera. It's a Barca beat Real Sociedad. So we're the only team that couldn't do that. Awesome. Merck's back. Lovely. Good to see. Where's the Real Madrid result is what I'm looking for. Under 19s again. Good. So we don't, thankfully, they're just focusing on that team, not us. Oh, lovely. Our goalkeeper's got the best, well, the under 21 best player. We've got two of the top three, and we have got the winner. We just signed him from Spurs in the transfer window. So technically, Spurs will think they get that, but they still go trophyless. And World Golden Glove, Santos, who was here last season, second behind Vujin. So Santos actually did a really good season, didn't he? Only to go to Chelsea and be their domestic cup goalkeeper, but still. That's a pretty good effort there. We're identifying the right goalkeepers. Yeah, he's quite good too. Is he on our shortlist? No, we should. Not that we'll ever pay that much for a goalkeeper, but to get the Golden Glove winner for 75 million or whatever it was, looking like a pretty good bit of business now. Right, let's carry on, try and get through this big break as quick as possible. So Osasuna away up next, but still 19 days away. That's a big old gap, this one. Roberto's injured, but he's like our fifth choice centre back, so we're not going to worry about that too much, especially with the big break coming up. Oh, so he puts the water bottle on the computer screen itself. Right. Okay, what you do? Get on top of that before tea time. All right. Sorry, diabetic things in the background. But yeah, now we're doing this out of a transfer window. There's not really a lot we can do here. Tottenham takeover rumours. The Premier League champions in this save, which yes is a real thing. Don't major bug, but it is 2036, so you never know. But it's very, very unlikely. International roundup, right? Germany are destroying teams, although our midfielders are apparently not gone too well. 6.3 and a 6.2. Yeah, they've won 5-1. This is how it looks. Must have done something really wrong for the goal they scored to be that poor in a 5-1 win. Right, so Pazos is now a homegrown club, which is okay. He's got a little bit of potential. RPM's got called up. Okay, would have quite like to have kept him fresh, just in case Varsity was a bit knackered. We'll keep the morale high. And carry on through this quite long break, unfortunately. Right, it's getting a bit dark. Not too bad yet, is it? Sunny outside, but the sun must be on the wrong side of the house. Turn the light on soon, maybe. Feels a bit wrong at 3:50 in the afternoon to have to turn the light on, no? So WSL is the North London Derby. Never got to the WSL here, even though we venture into the women's game a little bit. Someone's contract's been terminated. What's going on here? Don't recognise the name, so hopefully it's got nothing to do with me. It's probably an under 19 staff member, given the number cuts that have been going on. Ooh, new France star, thanks Vieira. Has Mavambo finally got a call up? We're crawling our way towards this next game. Oh, okay, it's going to be a busy inbox, isn't it? Right. Still uncomfortable playing killer. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to sell you, mate, because you never do what I want you to. Oh, it's him. Okay. He's probably doesn't need to be on our shortlist anymore, actually, if he's back from the Malaysia days. So we might get rid of him because you are not probably top Malaysian flight standard, let alone European. Mavambo, well done, mate. Don't thank me, thank your freaking international manager. If you were good last year, you could have had that right wing spot, but you got outperformed by Garcia too often. Holy, that's more like it from the under 19s. 9-1. Now, player trait alterations. Discouraged from taking long range shots. Does have 5 finishing, so that probably does actually make a little bit of sense. And scouting time. Right. Burn through this as quick as possible. Well, there's a few bad players popping up, so maybe not. We need to get off the short list. But away we go again. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Lorray. 3-0 lost to Spain. Ooh. We're hearing about that around the league. Geo. What's happened there? Right, what's happening here? Question. Varsev. Yep, stoked for him. Good old Dimitar as we carry on through the international break. Sorry, just check my emails in the background. What's going on? All sorted. Okay, oh, Aguilera injured. Didn't want to see that. 1 to 4. Oh, this. We'll cop that. We'll cop that. We can't do rehab, though. We'll rest him for a couple of days, though. How about that, maybe? Those blooming Uruguayans injuring the players. No. All right, what's happening here? The finances are still somehow compliant, even though we're getting further and further in debt, despite me staying well within budget. Merck, player of the month, lovely. 3 matches, 3 goals. How could he not be? Jude Bellingham wishes he was him. So Hendrick's freaking amazing in the save. Made Haaland go to Arsenal. After he also went to PSG. Yeah, Aguilera. Yeah, I guess I am, but I thought he was injured. Cheers, Argentine manager, for playing him after an injury. Love that. Oh, new sponsorship deal. Hopefully it gets a bit of money into the club then. Because boy, do we need it. Even though I'm doing pretty well. We still have 30 million in our transfer budget, so it's definitely not a me thing. Guys, we're the champions of Europe. We've got to do better than 1.4 million over 3 years. Our marketing team needs to kick up the arse, honestly. It's poor work from them. Geez, Germany are dropping some points. And I presume European World Cup qualify. It's going on in other areas, and it was just a Euros this past off-season where Spain beat France in the final. Real Madrid did win, unfortunately, too, so we are now back down to second. Almeria must have lost, so yeah, 4-1. Jeez, it's hammering too. So we are behind Real Madrid because of results, but if we can get it to goal differential at some stage, we'll be in a happy place. Oh, no, I want to do this way, Shaun. Come on. Switch on. Keep the morale high for the guys that are actually still here. So what? Just over a week until Osasuna now. And they are midweek games too, so we've got quick backups off the back of this big break. RPM scoring, yep, that's all right. I might keep an eye out on the fitness over this next week as guys come back into things probably from the Tuesday if Spain are playing on the Monday. Make sure that we can have some players actually fit and available, hopefully. Oh, it's not great. Under 19's getting done. Mavamba, yep, stoked for him. And hopefully he's on his way back now. It'd be quite nice if we get a full week after an international break. We're going to talk to Mavambo again, are we? A debut and a goal and a second cap. It's not a bad start there for him in the French team. There's quite a few quick little backups here, especially I think that Champions League game's on a Tuesday. Yeah, it is against Benfica. So some quite quick backups we've got coming here. Coaching advice, we'll be fine there. Right, you're only average. We'll get rid of you off the short list. You're definitely not worth having. Neither are you, with absolutely stuff or potential. And we should be right now. Squads. How are we looking here? A few guys who could use a little bit of a break, it looks like. So we'll give them 3 days. I'll give you guys 1 day off because you're not too bad a shape, actually. Oh, Argentina still have to play. Oh, South America's still going. Okay. Vasiev scored again. Awesome. Hopefully it brings that form back here. Right, I'm actually going to turn the light on here, aren't I? Just a second. There we go. That's a bit more like it, isn't it? Right. Yep. Good job, Vasiev. Nice one, son. Come back here and score another one, please. Who did South Korea lose to? Iran? That'd be a bit of an upset with those two in the team. RPM doing the goals as well. Now let me check this first team. Yeah, there's still a couple of guys who will be a bit shattered. So make sure they'll hopefully be fit for this Osasuna game down in 10th. Somewhere's injured. Oh boy. How bad? How bad? 12 days to 2 weeks. That's a shame, but we're not too bad. Ondo can go in and Merck comes back. So, shame because he's playing all right, but we hopefully will be okay there, especially the way that Ondo went last game. PSG want Merck. Good freaking luck to you. Hopefully Vidic might go in the summer too. Just checking out some of these teams that want our players. Gomez is interesting. He is homegrown club though, so we might have to be careful with him. Let's get a prediction going for this next game, where we are on the road to Osasuna. Hopefully a game that we can win. As Girona gets rearranged, so we might have some cup fixtures coming in here. No. What's happened there? Where's Girona gone to there? There's no cup games that have popped up. No Copa del Rey yet. No. Okay, it's a bit random, but whatever. Yeah, we're heavy favourites here, so hopefully pick up a good result. There's a North London derby in the Prem. Should be interesting. Oh no, 2-0 was that WSL though. Anyway, don't need to worry about that comp. Well, I suppose we are playing Arsenal in the Champions League next month, so maybe it's a bit more relevant than I think. That was indeed the men's result. It wasn't. It was the Women's Champions League. Okay. Let's hopefully play like we did the first 10 minutes of that Celta Vigo game, but a bit longer here at Osasuna. Oh, how? Okay, big chance for us here. Real Madrid have been beaten by Celta Vigo 1-0. So a chance for us here, even a draw, might, but actually probably wouldn't because we've got, there's an unbeaten team there still on 15. I think it's Espanyol, so we need a win here, and we'd go top by 2 points, which would be very nice. Okay, Barca off a big win, so they're going to get up to year 15. So might only be really a 1 point lead, but make the most of that slip up by Real Madrid would be quite nice. Holy, that's a... Now, under 19s are quite random. They win by a lot or they lose. But Celta Vigo, they were at home to be fair, but still. Bit of a wild one. So Simoes, is he? No, he's not even in injury rehab. What is he? Oh, he is. Boomfa. But it's still 5 to 11 days. But most of our guys are going to be pretty alright, which is good. Apart from him, with the obvious injury that he picked up. And let's crack into it. So, well, game just saved, so we may as well go straight on in. Right. So the A team, but Ondo coming in for Simoes, which to be fair, I was trying to do last season, but Simoes was too good. He was playing too well last season. Couldn't drop him. But Merck comes back in from that previous game. So let's hopefully get a good result here on the road. Alright, how are they going to rock? Yep. Show the praise is justified, because for some reason these players just love knowing what the media think of them. Gerben Baumann from Vupazon. Hopefully we've had a good build-up. Don't really care about Madrid, Atletico Madrid, because they are too far behind us. You play on the front foot, right. And we crack. They're also going a 4-3-3 with Zoboslai. How did they sneak him in on a free? Osasuna of all teams. Okay, I've got Dominic Zoboslai. Fair play. But here we go. Let's kick off. Finally back into it after a long old international break. Any other interesting names? Not really, it's just Zoboslai, isn't it? Quite randomly. And Osasuna, he will be getting on a bit though, to be fair. And we've got the ball in good area. Oh, long range effort. Very unconvincing save that from Caligari. But it does the trick. Was that the highlight? Garcia's back on it. Merck out to Eriksson. Mannix, Eriksson. We go all the way back to Kim. Merck. Oh, ball over the top. It's a wonderful ball for Varsev. If he stayed on. The whistle's gone. It was a class ball from Merck. It would be such a shame if it didn't count. It does count. 1-0. Lovely goal. The ball from Merck is beautiful, and he's just held his run, Varsev. But that is a great little ball over the top there from Max Merck. Back in the team, contributing as per usual, and we've got a 1-0 lead on the road. Whoop, I was going to praise. We will just hold off. Now there's a highlight. There's Eriksson. Oh, he got a bit fancy under pressure there, but it paid off. Veray spreads it out left. Gigamyan. Bartel. Oh, ball over the top. Garcia pulls it back for Eriksson. Bartel, Wormburner, and Caligari uses his feet, which always looks weird. Gives us a corner, but all's well that ends well there for Osasuna. I don't like those feet saves. I hate the animation, especially in top tier. I'll get it at like non-league level a bit more, but why are we seeing that animation in the Liga? It looks so off. Is Garcia with a corner for us here. Probably takes it short because we always go short. Ondo will get it back in the mixer. Oh, that's a lovely little goal. Kim with the assist, and Manic Smirk gets a goal to go alongside his from earlier. Nice little routine there, although, gotta be honest, don't know if we really try and do that too often. But Ondo just dinks it in, and Kim, touch back for Merk. No, maybe we have trained that. Looked too good not to be trained. 2-0, what a goal. A couple of bangers in this one. Not the finishes themselves, but the build-up play has been very nice. So we've got our 2-goal lead, which is nice. Let's hopefully make sure that it's going to stay that way going to the second half, maybe even extend it. As Garcia's on the ball, Merk having a blinder. Bartle, poor pass, but thankfully we get it back. Now Ondo, Varsev, long ranger. Good save from Caligari. Won't see the corner, so that's likely gonna, maybe not. Oh, I thought likely going to do it for the first half. Rate that header back there from Kim to his countryman and Wujan. And now we're going to get this back. It's an awful header forward there as Bartle runs onto it, so we might get one more chance here. Aguilera, Varsev is through. Tipped over from Caligari, making a couple of decent saves here in this first half. And that will definitely do it. So a good first half, 13 shots on target. Got to be happy with that. Now, just keep an eye on fitness here. It's probably not the worst idea of what's coming up. Quick fire games, but no one's playing badly. So I think at the moment we just go in there and say, doing well. Might not say that they are doing brilliantly just because teams switch off. But really good first half, that one. Great shots on target to shot ratio. And a free kick now, which Varsev will take. Short, which is certainly an option. Pablo. Back to Kim. Long ranger from our centre back. Not how I was expecting us to win the corner from all that. Which we don't do much from because we're a bit average at set pieces actually. But feeling pretty well in control. Gigamian injured. Oh no, don't like that. So Nielsen will come on. Hopefully it's not too serious. I'll get Aguilera off as well on a yellow heart. But let's hope that's not too serious. Be a bit of a blow. As Osasuna try and make their way out from the back here. And at the moment doing all right job until Eriksson breaks it up nicely. Ondo might take it on himself. Shouldn't have. Because it goes well over the crossbar. As we are 67 minutes in, we probably just play things safe here. We'll get Garcia off for Mavambo. Fresh off a French debut. Anything else? Just keep an eye on player fitness here, really. Mavambo's got an injury. Awesome, love that. Just brought him on. Anyone else play right wing? Not really. Do we have a right back who can go further forward? That's awkward. Calvo can play left wing, so surely he can do a job at right wing. So we'll do that. And with our final sub while we're here, Ericsson probably needs a rest. So we'll do that. But that's a real annoying one. Straight after a sub, the bloke gets a potential injury. So we'll try and play things safe there. We could lose 2 players from this game, which wouldn't be fun. Oh, Merck. He's robbed them there and gets himself on a hat-trick. And that will surely wrap this one up at 3-0, Manix Merck. What an absolute legend he has been here. Probably the best 20 million spent in this game. He's got lucky. Alfaro's just gifted it to him off Calvo, who somehow actually had an impact on this game at right wing. And makes it 3-0, but it's the Manix Merck show here. And we are thankfully going to make the most of a Real Madrid slip-up. Just a little bit nervy on those injuries now. First game back from a break. Not ideal. But that is a very comfy win for us, thankfully. Right, let me just do that like I need to. Here we are, right. Address the team. Good performance, really good performance actually, especially earlier on in that one. We'll back ourselves against anyone. Good defensive performance, and I think it was a good goal from it. It was more the pass from Merck, let's be honest. But 3-0, and for the moment, 2 points clear. Barca a game in hands that could go down to 1 point clear. But given that we bet Barca 4-0, don't mind that now. Gigamyan's 5 to 6 weeks. Ugh. Don't like that. But we thankfully still have 2 other left backs in our squad, so it's a position where we can get away with it. Mavambo 1 to 2 days, so we actually acted on that pretty well. Pretty nicely. We'll praise Merck because it was a great performance. No chance you're going there, mate. Yes, thankfully, I'm willing to make the move. Like the sound of that. So, no Gigamyan. So that means that Lenilson starts, Molina there, and Roberto's just going to go on the bench for Gigamyan. So we're still okay. Those 2 are our left backs last season, so it doesn't impact us too much, actually. But Gigamyan's a bit more quality. Samoy's can't tell. I think he's still going to be out for a little while after this game. And we'll rest. I mean, pretty much everyone will give a rest to here for 1 day. And carry on. So a good result for us there. Next up, we have got Malaga, who are 17th. My head's in the way of where they are, so that's probably a good sign that we should beat them. Which is a little bit tempting to rotate for that game, but it's probably not the greatest idea. And that will just go on top. Yeah, we don't need to worry about any of that stuff. Right, that was a 3-0, so we'll apply those things there. And sort that out, so in the background we are good. Okay. Bit of scouting. Heffernan can get off the shortlist because he's no good. Milos Kirk is only 3.5 star. 32. How's he been going at Liverpool? Out of curiosity in this. Pretty good after being a little bit average his first couple of years. Hopefully that's how he goes in real life then. Especially when Robbo leaves at the end of this season. But Malaga are not going very well. Lozano's quite important, obviously. Their striker. Does look quite handy, but he's not really someone I'd look to sign. So, yeah, if that's the guy who's leading them, we'll hopefully be all right here. Training change. I think we'll be right with it. Oh, that's right. Atletico Madrid after Benfica. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, the next game, we'll get a prediction going for this next one. LaLiga at home. So that's nice for us. Should really be, in theory, a nice comfy one, as most of the games today should be, really. Severe away is a banana skin. We lost to them last season. Only 1 or 2 we lost last season, them and Almeria. So that's maybe a little bit more of a tricky one. Right before a Tuesday Champions League game too, but hopefully this one will be right with. Kim and Merkin team of the week. Obviously that back header from Kim got him in there. I don't remember seeing him do too much else in that game. Oh, RPM injured. 1 to 2 days, so that's not too bad, but we are slightly light in backup strikers. Might need to call someone up here. Yeah, Pons is on the bench. They like Catello for some reason. I think Pons is a better player. So we might call Pons up here, seeing as they're not actually going to use him. Move to the senior squad. Thank you. And you'll have to come in. Where are you? There you are. 4 RPM. Right. Because you won't get fit in time for this LaLiga game. So just a couple of injuries we're dealing with at the moment. Right, tactically, we just do what we've been doing pretty much. And ready to rock. So let's do a save for a midweek game. Also just check something in the background, but thankfully the internet's working today. That's nice. Because that was weird yesterday. Good. Okay. And cracking this one. So LaLiga at home. So yeah, this should be good. Lenelson comes in at left back. Still got Ondo and Merck in the midfield. But otherwise, it's that first team. We did have him on rehab, didn't we? Yeah. How far out is he? 7 days still. Jeez, okay. So he's still out for a wee while somewhere. So this midfield's going to need to last a wee while. Just giving it on sports scores, and Panthers doing the Knights in the NRL. Right, here we go. Hopefully we can do these guys. LaLiga at home. You pick up where you left off. You're actually pretty good throughout that game, especially you, Mr. Merck. Johan Puma. Oh, Puma Pants is back from Maxi Foot. How satisfying, mate. Always satisfying when you're here, Puma Pants. It was a wee while ago, but hopefully we've come on leaps and bounds. It's a derby, is it? I had no idea. It's hopefully not a very competitive one, given where they are on the table. Bergvall at right back, but I don't think it's the same Bergvall. I think he's still at Spurs. But let's just get the results that we should be getting, and we'll hopefully just continue to make the most of any slip-ups. That's all we need to do. We got Barca and Real Madrid out the way very early this season. So all we need to do after that is just win games like we should, which at the moment we're doing for the most part. And this is one at home that we definitely should be doing that in, even if it is a derby. As they hoof that one deep. Merck, nice little first time pass there to Ericsson. Garcia, the captain, back to Kim. Composed, I like it. Ericsson in space. Merck the magician. Vasev! 1-0. And another good start. That's what we want to see here. On derby day, apparently. I don't think it's our main derby. I think that might actually be Sevilla after this. But Merck gets yet another assist, and Vasev, I think he might have put that through the keeper's legs there, Xavier. But we make it 1-0. Very nice. Making the most of a good start. Who else is playing on this match day? Real Madrid, Osasuna. We might keep a sneaky eye on that one, actually. If Madrid can drop points there as well, we'll start to get in a really nice position. At least compared to them, Barca might be the bigger threat, maybe. Tends to be the case. The team that we beat actually end up being the closest competitor, and the team that we struggle to beat ends up being the one that's like the third best team, for whatever reason, here in Spain. A little bit weird like that, but we're on the attack again. Lenilson cuts inside, takes on the shot, deflected. Good save from Xavier. And we see the corner, which Merck will take. Likes an assist, but not too sure about from an actual direct set piece. But we get it from the rebound, nothing doing. Okay. So still only 1-0. See, a cushion goal will be nice here. For all our dominance. Albeit 1 XG, so it's pretty fair scoreline. And it is a free throw in here to Malaga as Madrid make it 1-0, albeit Merck with the interception. What can't this man do? He's even back passing it like Hendo. Right, Garcia for Merck. Back to Garcia. Bartel doesn't mind a long ranger. Merck has then put it across the face of goal. He was offside, maybe that's why. That was close to being 2 from Bartel, but unlucky. It came off the keeper's back and didn't quite sneak its way over the line. But Real Madrid look like they're going to be winning that one now. They've got a 2-0 lead. So let's hopefully make it 2 ourselves. Oh, Garcia nearly puts that top right. But now a free kick to Malaga. For some reason, we've got a lot of guys forward here. Why is Kim up here? FM, what are we doing? Why is my centre-back there? Okay, we get away with it. Oh, we're being filthy if we conceded there with my centre-back in the opposition half. I'll demand more quickly because I feel like we should have more than 1 goal lead, actually. Playing well. But yeah, I prefer the Real Madrid scoreline. Anyone tired? No. Aguilera is slightly average rating, but I think we'll be okay with how it's looking. Address the team. Going well, but capable of better. There's a very fair call, I think, here. Maybe it's the fact it's a derby that's keeping it closer than usual, but given Real Sociedad yesterday, I'm a little bit hairy on these games that we play off our food in a bit, for lack of a better term. Especially when Malaga are getting forward occasionally. Albeit not too sure how much they have the ball when they do get forward, but we are now in the right half of the field. Ondo to Merck. Ericsson in a lot of space out right, so we hopefully can do something here. Garcia back to Ericsson. Merck helps them out. Vasev, good ball. Aguilera, no way is he off, is he? Surely not. Oh, excuse me. Oh, he is off. Someone is. Oh, that's a shame. Goal won't stand. Whistle's gone. Why? It's not that. Can't be that. Oh, it might be that. Are you serious? Oh, Varsev, that's a harsh one. It's technically probably correct, but geez. Yeah. He's had to go backwards from an offside position, so... Well, it definitely should have been 2, but it's still only 1. Let's put them away properly, guys. Come on. Set piece. We don't score set piece often. Let's try and do it here. Garcia. Well, I might take off shortly. On a yellow heart. No Varsev, but Ondo off the post. I really want the second goal. It's just dragging on a bit. This, and Aguilera's got an injury. Oh. If you scored a second goal earlier, I might have taken you off, guys. We'll get Garcia off while we're here, and what else can we do? Don't really want to change too much defensively while we're holding a clean sheet. So a couple of changes on the wings. Nielsen's moving his hands a lot. You're Brazilian, not Italian. But we eventually do actually get the ball going here. Merck out to Mavambo with his 20 agility, 17 pace. Sure he's going to have some fun late on here. Merck. Bartel runs onto it. There we go, finally. Had to come eventually, and it does. 2-0. I might actually take Merck off here while he's... Well, we've got a 2-goal lead because he is way too important to get injured. And I might give Ericsson a little break as well for Abubakar. Give the youngster some minutes. Seeing as we've got a quick backup in the champ off the back of this, I think. Actually, no, sorry, it's Sevilla after this, isn't it? And then Champions League. But Mannix Merck just continues to pull the strings, and that's a good finish that from Bartel. Xavier's always just trying to catch up to it, but can't quite. And we finally grab our cushion goal that we've been searching for since the 6th minute. And that should hopefully be enough to keep us top of the league now. As Nielsen goes, hopefully that Aguilera injury not too serious. But Ondo is going forward, starts to dance a little bit. Back for Gomez, who might now get some more minutes. Bartel might go looking again. Here he does, forces a save from Xavier. We'll have a corner, but we won't see it because FM26 things. There's a highlight. Malaga gonna try and make their way out from the back. Got there eventually. But their keeper hoofs it clear. We hopefully get this back. No, somehow it's a 2-on-1 that we don't win with an injured player involved. And Abubakar's just got beaten there like he's not doing a thing. And the side netting, right, might just play things safe here and slightly time waste. One more sub. Who's going to get knackered is the question. No one yet. As Mavambo goes. Back to Calvo. Ooh, that looked a little bit hairy briefly, but we keep the ball. Ondo. Out left where we have the numbers. Nielsen. Gomez. Bartel. Oh, it's just clipped the bar. Thought the goalie might have got a touch on that, but it was the bar. Alright, there's not really much point making a sub, is there? Thought our players would drop down a bit more there, but they're all just holding on yellows. But still a little bit of time left. This might be a bit more than a nothing highlight. Thankfully, we're going to get the ball back here. So Nielsen blowing out the cobwebs, his first start in a while. Seeing as Gigimyan's out for a wee while. Gomez, that was a real useful highlight of him. Must have been the early waste of time full-time highlight, but 2-0. Good result that. We'll take that. Some good ratings, but as per usual, it's good old Manic Smirk, who's a standout. Bartle also did quite well, but Merck with the 2 assists. Clearly the player of the match. And we are 3 points clear at the moment. Alaves Espanyol and Barca Celta Vigo. Real Sociedad to a lesser extent going to have a bit of an influence. But a good win. Would have been nice to be a bit more clinical and put them away earlier, but we'll take it. There's a bunch of teams to actually qualify in some other leagues. Fernando Iglesias, Enrique's brother. Yeah, we're happy. I learned a lot, not really. Yeah, it was a little bit weird how he didn't score as many goals there. And we'll sort that out and do that. Right. Aguilera injury. This could be a biggie. Oh. Fractured ankle. 2 to 3 months. Right. You are going to the specialist, mate. That's a big one. Okay. Well done, Merck. Do we have to put you at left wing all of a sudden? Okay, I need to make a change here. Aguilera, who's been really good so far, actually, outside of Merck and Varsiev. One of the better options. So Gomez will come in. We need a left wing option pretty urgently. Although Pons can play there, that might be the go. Let's keep him in the team. I'll just check the under-19s. But I reckon that's probably what we're going to be doing. They do like Ferrete, but he's so-so. He's okay, but we've got someone a bit better. We did sign Valencia, but it doesn't really cover back as much as I'd like, which is probably an issue with Pons as well, actually. Yeah, okay, who do we actually have that can play left wing? Like, go back to actual midfield depth as well. He goes back to midfield right, so it's probably Jake Reed. That's probably who comes up. Any excuse to use the New Zealander. So, yeah, Jake Reed. Unregistered. Cannot be. He's a local player. Apparently not, right, so we can't use Jake Reed. Awesome. The only guy who can play left wing that I actually want to use. He's a right winger. Okay. So Jake Reed. Was there someone in the B team I registered? It's going to get tricky. It might have to be Pons. What's the deal with Calvo? He can kind of play there. I might just have to leave it as is at the moment, but this is a little bit awkward and behind Gomez now, which is not great. But let's make sure players are rested here before we have Sevilla. Now things do get a little bit more serious in the first team for the next couple of games. Sevilla, Benfica, Atletico, and Espanyol actually is probably a bigger game than Espanyol. Espanyol is probably a bit bigger game than Atletico. That's how I should have said that. But Sevilla, another derby. We are the favourites. Let's check now we've got that out of the way. If I go to the B team, C team under 19s, who can I actually use at left wing? Khalid is not horrific. Okay. Golazor is, I don't know if he's much, they're pretty similar. Yeah, this is a tricky little spot, this. we're probably better off just doing pawns, aren't we? And training him up there. So we'll do that. So you are going to be a winger. Our position I need you to train as a wide midfielder, actually. Whatever that is. It's probably an attackers, is it? It is. Okay. So we'll do that with you, Ponzi. So you can stay in the first team a little bit longer than I was anticipating, seeing as Aguilera's fractured his freaking ankle. All right. Let's carry on then. Let's throw me a bit that injury. Yeah, hopefully we do triumph another derby. Back-to-back's a bit harsh. They're 17th. Wow. I thought they were going better than that. And the recent form isn't... I don't think it was that bad, but I suppose around the Europa League it has been quite poor. They started off... Yeah, okay, they started off quite bad. Severe, didn't they? I only picked up a win against Granada. So they are not going well, but we've got a couple of injuries. So it's going to be interesting, this. Hopefully get the job done. Despite those injuries, let me just sort out that last prediction while we get this one going. We are away. Okay, that's sort of a surprise, but Atletico Madrid are a bit up and down these days, has to be said. Tactically, we just do what we do. And get some training praise going. Garcia. What is Garcia? Can he play left wing? Can a little bit. It could be an option maybe if we start to really struggle. Game. There we are. Thank you. Before I was getting a soft lock there. But there we go. Got there eventually. Ivan Rakitic picking out Max Merck as the man to watch. And he knows ball, so that's a pretty good evaluation. Oh, sorry, just a bit of stuff there. All right, Barca have won, so they will start to put the pressure on us here, being only 1 point behind. Supporters are predicting a win, and the board expect a win. Great. Given the way that the teams are positioned, I can see why you'd think that. So let's hope we get the job done. It's a bit of nice hat trick there against Forest. Of course, Gareth Southgate's Forest these days. After the previous Forest manager, Kieran McKenna, went to Juventus. That was the big managerial change in the off-season. But here we go, Sevilla. Keep the team in, but there's a couple of injury changes now. Lenilson, Gomez and Ondo. We're getting a little bit closer to Simoy's coming back. Probably after the next Champions League game. But the other two are out for a wee while, especially Aguilera. That's 6 to 9 weeks. And 3 to 5 for Gigamian. So this is definitely an injury-ravaged team. Starting to wonder if I should have spent more of that money now. But registration-wise, wouldn't have been able to do a heck of a lot more anyway, to be fair. Hopefully Jake Reed can become Spanish soon, just quietly. The youth intake prospect from a wee while ago, the Kiwi. Because he's been here long enough, he should have the option. But Sevilla's struggling, so let's hopefully beat them here. You show them that the media praise is justified in our league position. Tina Clit. Clitte? Won't say that name too much. We want to keep playing well. Yeah, hopefully we can pump them. Thank you, Tina K. Tina K, we'll call you. 4-2-3-1, the traditional Spanish formation. Against our 4-3-3, the black with the green V today. As we look to build on that 20 goal differential and the 1 point gap on top. Let's get rid of that for the moment and lock the fantasy while the game gets played. Okay. Here we go. Underway in the Sevilla derby. Hopefully get the job done while these guys are not playing well. Despite copping a few injuries ourselves. Merc yellow. Don't like it, but he'll probably have to stay out there because he's quite crucial. Unless we start to put these guys away early. As LaLiga are taking on Real Madrid, so you expect Real to get a result there. Garcia in there for Merck. Great control there. Gets it back. Oh, lovely play between him and Ericsson. Garcia puts it in there for Gomez, who heads it wide. Don't usually score headed goals. It would be nice to see one of those, but no. Not allowed, apparently. Looked pretty good, I thought there, but just the wrong side of the post. They hoof it clear, which looks a terrible option it is, as Ericsson gets it back for us. And him and Garcia are going to link up nicely. Garcia in behind the defence. Just in behind the byline. Merck. Back flick to Garcia. Merck takes on the shot. Oh, he's too good. He's too good. He's a cheat code. Mannix Merck. Oh, please don't get a second yellow. 1-0. Just toying with them. A back flick. For some reason, they're just double marking whoever's got the ball. And just threads the needle between the goalkeeper and... not Torres, that's the goalkeeper. Salas, that was the defender. And we take a 1-0 lead. Now let's try and build on it. On the roads in a derby, it might be a little bit more tricky than our last couple of games. A yellow, I think it was for them. We've got a throw in though inside the final third. Lenielson. Oh, he might take this on himself. No, Gomez. Good play. Good play from the backups down that left-hand side. And we've got a 2-goal lead. Lovely stuff. Ondo got us going. Bartel for Lenielson. I thought he might just take this on himself from here, but fair play. Gomez was onside. They're all worried about Merck, Varsev, Garcia on that right hand side, so it keeps a wide open Gomez on, and we get a second goal, a cushion goal, as they try and get something going here to Sevilla, but too much on that one. Lenielson can cover. Plays a nice ball to Merck. We can get a few more in the first half. This is actually a chance to rest him maybe. There's Varsev in the box. Oh, it's a clear ping. Kobos has brought him down. Oh boy, Sevilla might be in for a rough derby day. It's a clear pin. Don't think there's much doubt about it. And Pablo Garcia will get a chance from the spot. Can he put it away? Pablo Garcia, the captain. Yes, and he frickin' better with that effort. Because if the keeper saves that, when you do your little chip down the middle, you pretty much get subbed immediately if you miss one of those. Or don't score it, but thankfully, Garcia's got the job done. And a derby too, the nerve of it. Just sells Torres. And it's 3-0 a half hour in. Things you love to see on a derby day. And with all due respect to Malaga, it's probably our bigger derby, given we lost one of these last season to this team, who this season looked nowhere near as good. Has to be said. And Ondo with the tackle going backwards. Clean as a whistle. The highlights carrying on for a fair while though. It's straight from the restart. So is it going to be 3-1, 4-0? Still 3-0. Kim drives forward. Horrific pass. Kim. It's a good strike, but Kim, that's on you, mate. Oh, Kim, what were you doing here, mate? All the time in the world, and he's played an awful pass there, and he hasn't recovered. And I mean, it's a good strike from Gallagher over Wu Jin, but Kim went on an adventure and stuffed it up. So yeah, I think we're still praised, but the fact that it's their first attack, a little irritating that. And just make sure we hold the 2-goal lead going to the half, fellas. Oh, is he on? No, he's off. Okay. That's a awesome key highlight game. Still in control, but just giving them a potential way back in, which I don't rate. Especially with Merck and both our wingers a bit tired already too, and Bartel. I'll probably take Merck off on the yellow. He's pretty important, but there's a good chance to get him off here, I think. And we'll try and keep all these other guys out there as long as possible, I think. But good chance to give Merck a rest. Hopefully. Won't backfire. And yeah, good, but I'd be a lot happier if it was 3-0 still. Let's crack into the second half. Calvo gets a bit of game time in the central midfield this time. Oh, geez, Garcia's earning fouls left, right, centre. Tell you what, good little spell that from Sevilla to start the half, but at the moment, we've still got our 3-1 lead. As Garcia and Gomez are both a bit tight. I'll try and wait till the hour mark to make those subs. We've still got 4, so it's not too bad. Yeah, 60 minutes. Let's get those wingers off first. I forgot we don't really have a left winger. Pons debut and Mavambo out right. Now, Garcia can play left, which I might need to consider in the future. But you'll get some fresh legs on the wings. Once those eventually go through. Bardal, Ondo, and most of the back 4 also a bit tired. And Varsev, who's actually not going that well. So maybe we get Varsev off for this next sub for RPM. But we'll see what happens from this corner. If we score, it gives us a little bit more freedom. Oh, that was lovely from Calvo. A bit going on there. It's going to be a corner. I thought there might be a potential pin in there, but no. We'll get Varsev off though while he's struggling. RPM. Oh, it's my eye just told. Just my eye goes there. But you'll make that change, and then the last one's probably based on fitness. As a highlight before that sub can go through, lovely from Ericsson. He's been pretty good since coming in during the summer. Be fair, Wu Jin's not been too bad either, but Ericsson in particular has done a great job at right back. Calvo gets lucky. Mavambo in there for Pons. Debut goal. Jose Antonio Pons, 4-1. That's more like it. Makes up for the Kim Shocker. And we'll still make that change. But that's what we want to see. A youth intake player with a debut goal. Mavambo finds him. He's got a little bit of a touch there, but it's a good finish nonetheless. And a 3-goal lead. Lovely stuff. So let's keep an eye on fitness and just think about, which I already know what position we need to keep players fresh in. It's Ondo because we're a bit light there currently. So let's give Lopez or Hibier. Let's give Lopez a run. Bit of a youthful forward midfield out there at the moment. As Ray gets a yellow. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. But with a 3-goal lead, we should be fine here. So not a good derby day for Sevilla. Things you'll have to see. Ericsson's getting a little bit tired at right back, so maybe I could have taken him off, but we've got a bit more depth there than we do it. We'll send him at the moment with no Simoes. Mendes. Is he on? He's celebrating. It looked a little bit too good to be true there, but we'll wait and see. The players seem pretty happy. And it's 5-1. Oh, Sevilla, we are taking the mickey with you now. We've got a fair few under-19 players on here. But Mavambo has done very well since coming on, to be fair. And a first-time finish. A little bit of help from the woodwork, but RPM does what Vasiev couldn't. And makes it 5-1. Big beat down this in the derby. The goal of the game was clearly theirs. But 5-1, that is a peddling. Right there. Just get this while I remember. And happy days. Right, address the team. Yeah, very happy with that performance in a derby, guys. So, on the road, 5-1. Got to be pretty stoked with that. And huge result. Always nice to win rivalry games. Yeah. Garcia will know how important that is. Is that an actual result? If it is, that's quite big. Yeah, that's the points we want to play. Happy days. I think that's sometimes a bug when that comes up. Nielsen gets man of the match. Fair play. Good passing from you. Seriously, PSG, go away. You're not going to get him with the release clauses here. Pons, a debut goal. So he could be a future star here. Probably more as a striker, but good to see him do a job at left wing, the 17-year-old, when we were a bit desperate there. Borges. Oh, you came from Sporting to Sevilla, and look what you're doing to them. You're doing an Amarin. And yeah, Villa's very happy. Let's rest some guys. And we'll give these guys a rest as well, just to play it safe with the injuries we're dealing with currently. And Benfica up next in the Champions League. A team that did hold Barca to an opening day draw, so no pushovers. And actually above us on the table at the moment somehow, so we want to get over these guys. Injury, but thankfully nothing too serious. And Real Madrid were held by Malaga. So that's helped us out a bit. Sergio is a pretty average left back, so we're both, pretty okay with that actually. I've just got an annoying eyebrow here at the moment, of all things. Hopefully that sorts it out. Right. Also, I should do that, Shaun. There we go. Right. And put that back on show in case anyone wants to join the Fantasy FM, covering the whole season. Exclamation mark Fantasy FM if you want the details on how to join. We've got a week-long gap after this Atletico Madrid too. That'll be very handy. Been a long time since we've had one of those. Right, Barca have got Inter. Going to be quite interested to see how they get on there because we held Inter when we were away, being the pre-season favourites Inter for the Champions League. So that's, yeah, it's going to be an interesting guide to Barcelona this season. Yeah, to be fair, we won't get to that Espanyol game today, so I'll sort that out before Wednesday's stream. Benfica only 4th in Liga Portugal. 4 behind Porto. They've got Nacional and sort of Famalicão and Vitória de Guimarães around them too, so they're not going great. Sporting actually struggling without their former manager too, so a bit wild. Now, Simoes apparently is set to return. She's spoiling that, mate. Now, this is a bit more of an issue because it's our backup goalkeeper. So Manel's out, and we do have a fair few goalkeepers to be fair, so we'll be okay with that, but it's another injury that we're dealing with. He's still out for 2 days, so he won't be fit. Arse man, you dumb arse man. Under 19s, we've surely got some goalkeepers that we can use here. He says, oh, did we loan them all out? Goalkeepers. Where are all the goalies? Oh, we loaned them all out. That was dumb. I think one of them I had, yes. Now, I don't want to do that, though. It's probably not the worst idea. Okay, there's 2 of them. He's 1 star 4 potential and only 16. He's a bit better. Probably needs the game time as well, though, but okay, we'll recall him from loan because it's just long enough, and I didn't realise that we had no goalkeepers at the club apart from the ones in the first team. So that's hopefully going to be okay. Worked our way around that. Just. Oh, geez, scouts have been busy. Right, now you can go into the first team. 7 appearances, 2 clean sheets. Ooh, you didn't play very well, did you? Hopefully we don't have to use you too often then. Let's get rid of some of these average ones, like Fujiyoshi from back in the J1 days, obviously. Tokyo Rio. Okay. Still looks pretty good, honestly, but no potential. So he's kind of at his top level, but still Rio looks handy. But I'll stick to my guns of that 3-star being the sort of the bear. Probably don't want to look below that. Now they force high turnovers. I suppose we bypass the press here then. That is an interesting game, that. 4-all. Right, now. Barragan is available. Good. So that has worked out. We've got our backup goalkeeper in. Right, gear prediction going, Shaun. That's what you need to do here. We are at home, and I must have played them last year too, because the name's there. But Benfica in the Champo. Hopefully beat them. Make the most of home advantage, but we were a little bit scratchy against Salzburg, albeit we rotated quite a bit for that game. I don't know if we'll do that here. Benfica being a bit more of a handy European team, with all due respect to Salzburg. And let's crack into it. So, Balogun on the bench for the first time. I'm pretty sure we're missing still a fair few players with injuries. None of them are really that much closer. We'll get Samoyas back for the next game. But Ondo, to be fair, has been doing a pretty good job alongside Merck as well. But lots of green ratings outside Gomez and Varsiev, which looks a little bit harsh, really. But hopefully these guys can get the job done, even though we're bypassing the press instead of playing through it, which we also did last game in the Champions League, where we were a little bit... Wasn't until we actually did play through the press that we scored the goal. So we'll see how it goes. They've got Trubin. Aaron Barou's okay. There's a couple of okay players, but it should be a team that we're being with our quality. Keep doing that talk because it seems to be working. And Amadou Bala from Planet Football. I think we're in a great place. We want to hopefully dominate them. And hoping we have the edge. Here we go, Champions League. The 4-3-3, what a Benfica rocking. A 4-2-3-1, oh, we're used to that. We're used to that here in Spain. Everyone does that. And a win here should get us, hopefully, in that top 8. Which would be very nice early days, especially with Bayern and Arsenal in our next 2 games. Got to make the most of this sort of fixture if we're going to defend our Champions League crown. But away we go. We look so Timu when it's next to a licensed uniform like Benfica's is. Like their uniform looks so nice compared to ours now. Bayern are playing Arsenal. Barca into a couple of big games this match day. In that top area, we'll keep an eye on that, hopefully, while we get a job done. And we're on the ball here. First highlight, just shy of 10 minutes in. Mannix Merck will ping it out to Gomez. Ondo, Merck, back pass, Bartel. Oh, this is quite liquid football, this. Lenilson, back to Gomez. Just slowing down a touch now. Oh, it's a definite foul. Oh, put it away, Varsiev. It's a goal anyway. A bit unlucky there for... Oh, don't be an injury. Get up, Ondo. It wasn't that bad. But Varsiev makes it 1-0. A bit unlucky because he was right place, right time off the post from the Gomez shot, which almost looked like it took a handball deflection there. So to be fair, there's probably a few things that could have got blown out for there. But we score a goal, which is the main thing. Now, hopefully Ondo's not too bad. There's no drop in his heart. He should be fine. So 1-0 lead early. Like to see it. And Benfica are coming at us now, though. Although that's a back pass, which hopefully we can put some pressure on them after. But they drag Varsiev wide, so they might be okay here. They are looking a little bit dangerous here, actually. Oh, Bartel, that's bad from you. But Francolino has pulled that more than he did when he was a teenager. That was a big old drag left. Goodness me, that should have really been 1-1. Get away with that little mistake there from Bartel, and now we're actually pushing down the other end here. We still are. Ericsson. Ondo. Somehow keeps it. Dink over the top for Ericsson. Who takes his man on. Does a good job. Does a really good job. Manic Smirk. 2-0. Oh, Francolino will be feeling all sorts of regret now. It's almost like his parents had walked in on him back in the day. 2-0. Just pulling it too hard. And we go straight down the other end. Ericsson does all the hard work, and Merck, a first time finish. Big deflection there off Sunha. And it's a 2-goal lead early. Very nice. Very nice. That's what we like to see. Ajax doing a similar job on Monaco, which is a little bit surprising. Monaco, after some of our players, so they must be semi-decent. Garcia, Ericsson. Some good footy from us here today. Up for a European day. Oh, we're getting a bit fortunate with some of these deflections and whatnot too. And he's not even a VAR check. Varsiev makes it free. I thought he looked off there, but apparently not even close. I thought after the Bardell pass, I thought there, no, there's that guy, he's kept him on. Svensson kept Varsiev well on, and the rest of the defence is confused as to how he's onside, as was I briefly, but 3-0, we are flying here. Although, it might be a chance here for Benfica to grab one back. Just shy of the half-hour mark. They've got a set piece. Stiller in there, headed away, unconvincingly. And Almeida finds Fernandez to make it 3-1. Good strike, to be fair. But our set piece defence is where we're a little bit this season. And to be fair, we're just trying to make sure that guy doesn't hit it, but just, yeah, it's a good hit. Bit of help from the post. 3-1 though, we're still in a good spot. Only 27 minutes in. Highlight from the restart. I think. Yes. Got there eventually. We keep it in. That's nice because that doesn't always happen on this year's game. Merck back to Garcia. Pings it out to Lynn Nielsen. Good control with the head. Gomez. It's going to go out for a throw-in. Okay. If it stops now, it'll be confusing. Thankfully, it doesn't. Throw-in. We give Benfica the ball. We get it back somehow. Lynn Nielsen. Merck. Garcia. Ericsson will make the run out right. Oh, 1-2 play. Good save that from Trubin. And that's the whole highlight. Okay. Although not for long, as Barca take a 1-0 lead over Inter. Interesting. Oh, Merck. Long ranger, which is pretty average that time actually. Bayern and Arsenal drawing. Last year's beaten finalists who were handed a 3-0 defeat by us. Managing to hold the Gunners, although now they've got a lead. So, thanks to Luis Carlos. Lorraine nearly scores from set piece for us. That would have been a miracle. Only on 6.4, which is maybe worth acting upon. We'll see. If it was 3-0, I'd be a bit more confident making a move like that. Hit that was very close. Gomez is handy in the air. He's rising up a bit more than some of our other players tend to do. Nearly scored a header goal. I can't remember if it was in the Sevilla game or the one before that, but it's gone close again there. 3-1. Lorraine's a 6.3, so potentially should act on that with Lazzolo coming on. Otherwise, though, pretty happy with how we're playing, so we'll just keep that going in the second half. Defenders, please, keep going. Same with the midfielders and attackers. Bit harsh on Varsiev, actually. He's on a hat-trick. Bit of change at the back. Just because rating, really. I'll trust the game. which might be a weird thing to do in FM26. But 3-1 up, so let's hope we're going to be able to hold on. Same scoreline as Bayern over Arsenal, which is they were the finalists last year. Barca did get pegged back briefly, but are now back in front of Inter. My face cam's in the way of all these scores. Well, you can kind of see it there. Bayern 3-2. Arsenal starting to mount a comeback there. As Menix Merck takes the set piece. Nielsen in the mixer. This is interesting stuff from the set piece from us here. Lazzolo out to Nielsen. Merck. A little bit of one-touch football. Merck in there. Ondo gets on the score sheet. 4-1. And now he can maybe look to give some guys a rest here in areas where we might be a little bit light. I might try actually, no, I won't try a weird thing. Right, I'll get Merck off because it looks like we're in control of this. I might also get rid of Gomez for Pons and give him some game time. And Hibia. We'll give Hibia a run. He probably needs a bit of footy. Get some subs through after we've made it 4-1. But good football from us here. Nice 1-2s there between Merck and Nielsen. Yeah, good finish there from Ondo, albeit at point blank range. We'll get Merck off anytime that we're in this situation. Well, we've got a midfield injury, albeit not for too much longer, so probably should have remembered that Samoy's is back for our next game. We've got one more sub. Ericsson's a little bit tired. So is Pablo Garcia. Ericsson did get tired in our last game as well, but might just see who goes down to red first. Probably the smart option. There's Habir off the bench on the ball. Takes his time. That's actually a nice ball there for Pons. The young pace plays out to his advantage. Gets an assist and Pablo Garcia makes it 5-1. Oh, this is a peddling, just like Sevilla. Starting to hit our stride now. And Pons is looking to business at that left wing spot. It was actually Nielsen with the assist, sorry. But he is having a good impact, Pons. Could be a pretty nice player in the future. Varsev's still on that hat-trick, so probably want to leave him on. But we'll keep an eye on the all-round fitness here. But we sit in a pretty nice spot. We'll definitely go to pick up the 3 points, which is what we needed from these couple of Champions League games that we're playing today. Them being at home. 80 odd minutes. Pablo is the guy who's dropped down, so we'll get him off with this final sub for Mavambo. It's going to come after this highlight where Pons is on the ball, back for Ondo. Loses it. Hoof clear. But only out to Lazzolo with all the time in the world. Plays it to the much smaller man than Nielsen. Pons in the mixer. Headed away. But Garcia wins the race despite being absolutely knackered. And he's going to set up one for Varsev's hat-trick. 6-1. Dimitar Varsev Champions League hat-trick. But the hustle there from Garcia, as well as the fact that he's there to get this ball from Hebier, who's now played a couple of really good progressive passes. Good impact from him since coming on. Most of the subs, to be fair. And Varsev completes the hat-trick. Happy, happy days. And oh boy, Benfica, I was going to say, getting quite sloppy late, but then we get the ball back to them. Norden Cuffy does. Nielsen there. Francolino pulled one badly earlier. This time tries to pull it back for a teammate. And the shot gets blocked. So he's not having a great day, Francolino. Number 14. Bit of an odd number option for attacker. But anyway, we've got the ball here. 86 minutes in. Still could be a bit happening in this game. It's Varsev. Can he go looking for 4? Oh, he's going to take them on. And forces the save. Probably should have tried to search for a teammate there, but You got a hat-trick. Suppose it doesn't hurt to back yourself. But 92 minutes in, that'll be all she wrote. After this, Bayern will beat Arsenal 4-2. Late throw in here for Benfica, of course. No clean sheet we need to worry about. Oh, it should have been 6-2, but it's all over. 6-1, big Betis win in the Champions League. Help out a goal differential, which could be quite big come the latter stages. Barca actually kind of better into. So the preseason favourites are not looking convincing. Lille, decent result there over Bayer. And Ajax have pumped Monaco as well. So we'll just get this done. I don't think I'm going to have time to get another game in. So that's probably going to do it for today. We'll get through this. Good win. Very good win. Get that prediction done, Ski. Talk to Isabel Parvin from Sport Bible. That was a good win. They won't get a day off. We've got a big game coming up soon. And yeah, very good win. 6-1. And we are actually top at the moment, albeit Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea could go above us. We might just go forward and see Napoli as well. So there's a few teams there that could jump us, but the goal differential will be boosted quite significantly from that. And Vasiev, with his best game for a little while. PSG, for some reason, still think they can get murked. Deluded Frenchman. Those guys can get 2 days off. You guys just the one. I'm liking how Pons is looking, though. Oh, Pablo. I just told them they can't have a day off, you absolute tool. Why have you done that? Anyway, we'll go forward and see what the Champions League looks like, and that'll probably do it. Need to wrap up by 5:30, so the Madrid game won't sneak in then. 5-2 in the end. Jeez, Arsenal. Really crapped out late there, didn't they? Simwes is back, so it's very handy, so he can come in. Yeah, Berrigan needs to come on that properly, and we'll get rid of Lopez for Simwes. Get him back down to what's his team? He's 16 years old. He needs to go in the under-19s. He's not. Is he not in the senior squad? Okay. Thought we'd called him up, but apparently not. Let's just see what's going on here with the other games on that third Champions League match day, which would have wrapped up by now. Oh, under 19s a bit Liverpool. That's decent. Oh, Rosenborg beat Chelsea. Aston Villa lose to Eintracht. PSG are held by Covina Vizda. Interesting results here. I think Spurs and Napoli are still in pretty good spots, but we're going to be up in that top 8, which is the main thing. And top of LaLiga, which is quite nice too. It's probably the more important one from today. Champions League is what it is as long as you finish top 8, but we're now starting to get on top of the Liga, which is nice. Still a bit gutted about Real Sociedad yesterday, that draw, but we've at least got a bit of a gap on Real Madrid now of 5 points. Barca look the big danger. But we're going to have a couple of quite big games when we come back on Wednesday. Those two La Liga to kick things off are quite big. I don't think Atletico Madrid are that great this year. They're very up and down, but we'll see how that goes, especially with us being at home. Espanyol are up there currently. So that's going to be interesting. And then we've got Bayern. We'll probably sneak in the Arsenal game as well, with a bit of a international break there. But yeah, it's going to be some interesting games next stream. I think it's fair to say. And of course, in January, we've got some huge domestic games as well. But yeah, in a good spot. And that's what Champions League looks like now. We're in a pretty nice spot. Best of the teams who are, or who have lost drop points somewhere. But in a nice spot there. We're in 4th. So looking good early doors, which is nice. We get the sound effect going. If my stream deck works. Here it is. Nice. That's how we're looking. But thank you for coming today, everyone. Big thanks to Benny for the raid. We'll shout him out again because he's an absolute legend. And yeah, I will be back on Wednesday night New Zealand time. That will be at 6:30 my time, which is 7:30 AM UK time, I believe, unless UK time's changed or something. Oh, okay, they're going to start talking Jude up again, aren't they? And let's see if we can find someone to raid on over to, if that's possible. Not Twitch or not Football Manager. Well, there's a few people live today. None with, not a lot with face cams though. We did Tim yesterday though. Who's this guy? Who's DM Punk? Who's he playing with? I'm not sure it's even 26. Okay, what else can we do here? We did Tim yesterday. Been a little while since we rated that guy. And he has just got on. We'll go and raid Han Oyal, who I think we raided a wee while ago now, but it's been a little while. So we'll go raid him. He is trying to win the Prem in his first season with Bournemouth. So go give him some support, see if he's using Alex Paulson. And I will dash off, so make sure you bring the good energy to the raid. I'll catch you guys Wednesday night. Have a good rest of your weekend. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on Wednesday for a couple of big games, Champions League in particular, and a couple in the Liga as well. Going to be a big one. Catch you guys then. Get to the right screen, Shaun. Bye.